How you guys doing, man? It's Workhouse with Quan. I had a fresh start today, man. I felt a lot better than I felt a couple days ago. And I just wanted to pick up this camera. I just want to talk, man. I just want to talk, alright? So, even though I am a lot happier today, it does not change the fact that I still live in the United States and I'm still a part of this society. I'm still part of this world, you know? And human interaction will get you a long way, you know? By me simply leaving my house and speaking to people, you know, and calling my loved ones and talking to everybody, human interaction will get you a long way, right? Human interaction also will not get you a long way. It could also pretty much get you no progress at all. Because you can have everybody telling you what not to do. And by them telling you what not to do, now you're kind of closing off your potential based on the people that you're surrounded by. You know? And yada, yada, yada. Don't hang around the wrong crowd and you end up doing the wrong thing. I'm not going to tell y'all that stereotypical, you know, bogus stuff. All right? So, with today's society, we need to be focused more on the history of the state that we're in, or wherever we're at. You know, state, country, United States, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You need to be focused on the history of it, because as long as you can keep a group of people distracted, you're completely in control. And what I mean by that are these things right here. You know what I'm saying? You can keep a phone in front of a dummy. If you can keep a TV in front of a dummy, or you can keep a dummy doing a specific task over and over again for his entire life, and you're making money off of that dumb person. No offense. I'm not trying to be offensive or harsh or rude, but I go into a deep thought process a lot, and I don't care if you make fun of me. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather go into a deep thought process and be looked at as a weirdo than to be a stupid person, keeping my mind simplistic and going through my life as if this is supposed to be normal. Like, you're supposed to pay money to drink water. Like, that's not... Anybody would know you're not supposed to pay money to drink water or pay money to go to sleep in a house. Like, that doesn't make sense, you know? And a lot of people try to not pay attention to it, but it's such a huge thing. Like, you have to pay attention to this now, you know? And it's getting to the point where they're actually sending federal agents into your neighborhoods, you know? And I can't even believe I'm talking about this. And, like, as a kid, going to elementary school, middle school, high school, maybe even college, you're just not thinking about that, you know? At least I wasn't. I was not thinking about that. You know, this is crazy right now. And I don't want to turn this channel into like a debating channel. I don't want to turn this channel into, you know, red versus blue or whatever. You know, I come on this channel for my health. I come on this channel to better myself. I come on this channel to give you guys a reality. Like, this is real, you know. At some point, I'm going to take this tripod to Walmart and I'm going to show you guys what Walmart looks like. I'm going to show you guys what the gas station looks like. I'm going to do workouts at the gym, do voiceovers at the gym, you know. I'm going to prop this tripod up on a light pole in the middle of a parking lot. You guys are going to see how this world looks, you know. It's not saying that anybody else hasn't done this before. It's been done before, but that's what I'm trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to really say is don't become a part of the system, and always try and better yourself. Do not go to McDonald's every day and buy a Big Mac. Don't buy the most expensive phone and not use it to make money. Don't go buy the most expensive clothes and you're not making some type of profit off of clothing. You know what I'm saying? Learn the material. Maybe try to learn how to use a sewing machine. Like, really, if you're gonna be buying or doing consuming anything, make it be to create value to yourself. not to give money to another company, is what I'm trying to say. Then you will break the cycle, and then you will now start to receive money than to actually be giving out the money. And once you actually get rid of those people around you that are telling you that's bad, don't do that, that's bad. Once you get rid of them and you get a bunch of people that are like, oh, that is great. I can't believe he actually did that. Oh, that's amazing. I've never seen that done before. Keep doing that. 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 Once you get those people around you, it won't seem weird anymore. It'll be normal. You know, it's the environment, it's the people that surrounding you making you feel a certain way, like you're crazy, but you're not crazy. You know, you just make sense. The rest of them are they're kind of dumb. Just put it straight like that. They're kind of dumb. They're just looking at billboards, looking at TVs, looking at advertisements, dialing numbers, going to, no offense, TikTok, Amazon Prime, and just ordering anything, you know, getting it sent straight to your door. You don't even have to shop for groceries anymore. You don't even have to test drive your car. They're delivering the cars to your house, so you don't have to leave your house. They don't want you to leave your house, you know. And it's just, once they get access to that wallet, they get access to your money, and they can send you a car, and you use that card to go to the store to buy more product and come back home, and then you pay your bills. You're now in the loop. You know what I'm saying? You're now in the loop. Your children gonna see you do it. Their children gonna follow the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? You guys to break the loop. I'm trying to break the loop. Okay, I started a business in 2023. It didn't go so well. I'm trying to expand my skill set to. I was an automotive repair technician. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, whatever you want to call that. You know, some guy that fixes cars, but I actually had certificates, so it was official. I officially worked at dealerships, and I just saw that was not going too well. Like, I know how to fix a car, but it's the fact that they will take advantage of you once you know how to do a certain skill. And they'll make you repeat that certain skill, and they're not going to pay you any more for that skill. If anything, they're going to make it harder to pay you. You know, they're going to start making up stupid policies and stupid rules. They're going to start making the vehicles more advanced. So you have to learn how to work on more advanced vehicles and make them subject to failures at certain intervals. So that way you have to work an extreme amount of time due to the engineering of the vehicle to fix a issue that is only going to pay you $50, but it took 10 hours of your day, is what I'm trying to say. They're making you work harder and get paid the same. You're working harder and you're getting paid the same. Or if anything, you're working longer and getting paid the same amount of time for one task. You're completing 10 tasks for one task pay. You know, that's what a dealership's about. They are literally scams. Like, professional people that know how to scam you on a very professional mental and physical level. Because you want that nice car that your friend just pulled up in. Oh, I can get you in that nice car. And you don't even care about the money at this point. This man is speaking to you, this woman is speaking to you, telling you that they can get you in his car. You don't care about no goddamn no loans. You don't care about no cash, no money down. You don't care about none of that. This person just told me I can get in this car. I've always wanted to get in this car. Let's go do some paperwork. They're gonna have you up in there signing your life away. And you're not even going to be realizing, like 19, 20 years old, 22 years old, 23, 24, even 50-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? 45-year-olds that are just not educated. They don't know. They sign their life away and buy a car that they can't even maintain, that they can't even fix. You know? Let's say they do pay it off. It's not worth as much as it was when you first got it, even if you do pay it off. For those of you that are trying to be optimistic about the situation. Now, there are a small percentage of people that do actually purchase a vehicle, they pay it off, and it still has value. Small percentage of people. You know, I hope this video doesn't get taken down or whatever, but I could really go into more detail on that specific industry, but I'm not going to. I'm deciding to actually expand my mindset and go outside of that, you know, and I just want to do something other than working on people's vehicles and watching people get scammed every day I go to work. So I would prefer to expand my skill set. I have made multiple YouTube channels. I have started going to the gym. I have tried to start breaking my habits. I have started journaling my life every day so that I can actually read pages of my life and I can see what was I doing that day. Why was I not productive that day? What is causing me to be distracted? You know, and the distraction, females, that is a very, very high distraction. Also, parents, you know, I am not trying to offend anyone. If you're getting offended by hearing this, you probably need to grow up. Females and males, if you are a female watching this, men can be a distraction and females can be a distraction, especially if you are not focused. You know, parents can also be a distraction because they may want you to accomplish something that you do not want to accomplish. Do it because you want to do it. I tell the young kids that all the time, like when I go to a store and I see them fundraising or I see them doing like a car wash or like they're trying to make money for their basketball team, and I pull a group of them to the side and I'm like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You know, and they're like, why would we tell you? And I'm like, because I am you 10 years later. You know, I've seen what you're about to see. As far as 2014 to 2024, I've already seen all that. I can't tell you about 2024 to 2034 because I am no longer your age. But I can tell you what I went through, you know. And I'm like, do it because you want to do it and because you saw yourself doing it. Not because someone else suggested that you should do it. And that's not for everyone, but that's just what I tell the young people that I run into, you know. And you know, they take it or leave it. You know, some of them actually listen to what I say, some of them don't care what I say. And it's cool. I get it. It's cool. Whatever. You know, I don't know what I'm talking about anyways. You know, but yeah, there's a lot of evil in this world. There's a lot of evil in this world. And there's not many people that are gonna be this down to earth and this like being able to actually speak to you on a big platform and not be kind of almost targeted and taken down, because I'm not a big name, but if this video blows up, somebody else that is just as knowledgeable or even more knowledgeable than me is going to try to get this taken down, take this page down, because this page is going to cause companies to lose money. You know, it's all about the money at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I believe the United States of America is in debt, like a lot of debt. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually increasing amount of debt. You know, it's not getting better. I can't really focus on one topic. I keep jumping from topic to topic, but you guys get what I'm trying to say, right? It's the way they set up everything is not you're set up to fail, man. You're set up to be a consumer. You need to produce. You need to create you a product. You need to have some type of payroll. You know, you need to start a business, or at least get a percentage of another business. You know, through I don't know, like a partnership. You know what I mean? And this is in my mind. You know what I mean? In my mind, and based off the people that I speak to and what I see on and a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? And where I worked at and what I've done. I've actually done and seen and been a part of a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about, you know. So if I'm stuck in deep thought, this is why. I am thinking about 10 years into the future. I'm thinking about 20 years into the future. I'm thinking about all the people that still haven't woken up from that cycle of life to where they don't have to worry about anything, because it's not going to happen to them. It could happen to you, actually, you know. And that's just why I've been in this mode. You know what I'm saying? I remember what I was talking about. The number one distractions is males, if you're a girl, females, if you're a guy, your parents, mom and dad, they might want you to do something because they did it, not because you want to do it. Okay? Accomplish what you want to accomplish. I kind of went off on a ramble there about me speaking to other young people about how if they want to accomplish something, accomplish it because you want to, right? Because a lot of parents, there's a lot of households where there's a lot of abuse, okay? A lot of abuse. And it doesn't have to be physical. It could be mental abuse of telling your kid to shut up. And it's no one registers that as abuse. They just like, oh, the parents just a little rough on them. It's normal. It's not normal. And once you tell a kid, it could be a parent, it can be an aunt, it can be an uncle, it can be a cousin, it can be any type of family member. As long as they're related to you and you've known them for a long period of time and they're constantly telling you to shut up, you know what I mean? And it's after a certain point, once you get a certain age and you get kind of smarter, you're like, bro, stop telling me to shut up, Same with females, you know what I mean? If someone has an idea and they're constantly told to shut up or to not do something or even beat or hit physically, it kind of destroys you a little bit. It destroys that creative little kid that you once were. You know what I'm saying? That happy little kid that you once were, now you've kind of been molded and shaped by reality. You don't have those amazing creative ideas no more. You just look just like everybody else, If you don't engage in some type of physical activity or some type of sport or some type of communication or debate team or something in school, you will be just like everyone else. Like person A, person B, person C, person D, person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4, person 5. It's almost like a program. And and you have to get out of that. You have to get out of that brainwashing, that little stupid mindset. You have to get out of that cycle. You know what I'm saying? Because your family, your mother, your father, your family may be the people telling you that you're doing something wrong or something stupid, but the entire time you're doing it right. So what I'm saying is sometimes you may have to cut communication with your mother and father to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Sometimes you have to cut communication with your uncle and aunt to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Because at the end of the day, if they would have accomplished it, you would actually be looking up to it. You know what I'm saying? And whatever they did accomplish, why are you not looking up to it? It must not be that high up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might get offended by what I'm saying right now, and I'm just being 100% realistic. You know what I'm saying? If a child is not taken to your job or your work or doesn't understand what daily habits you have, how can they truly want to replicate what you're doing if it doesn't seem acceptable in the child's mind? You know what I'm saying? It's like, to them, they go to school, they come back from school, you left to work and came back from work. They don't know what you did at the work. If you don't bring your child on your 18-wheeler or your pickup truck, or let's say you fix houses, I don't think you would want a child to be in these types of work environments, but just make sure that they have the proper gear on, bring them to your job for one day out of that child's entire childhood. I guarantee you they'll remember that one day for the rest of their life because they know what their mom does, they know what their dad does. Bring them to your office, put them in your chair. Office chair. If you stock stores, show them the shelves in the back of the store. If it's legal, I don't think you should be breaking any laws to be doing this types of stuff. But if it's 100% within your power and you can actually bring your child to work, please try and bring your child to work so they can get actual 100%. Like they see what their parents are doing. Like, oh my God, my parents are doing some good stuff. But if you just come home like, oh, I had a long day at work. Here's some TV. Here's some cookies. Watch TV. It's like, what did you do at work? Like, mom, dad, what did you do at work? And it's like, oh, don't worry about that. And females too. Don't worry about that. So now you're kind of like, you don't know what they're doing, but you're expected to accomplish more than they accomplish, but you don't even know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a psychologist. I'm not none of that. You know what I'm saying? This is just me. You know what I'm saying? And based off other people I talk to and what I've seen in the real world, you know what I'm saying? 26 years old. What do I know? You know what I mean? It all starts in the household. So, friends, people you surround yourself with, co-workers, parents, and then below parents, aunts, uncles, which is your parents, brothers, and sisters, and then it's the cousins, which is your aunts and uncles' children, and then aunts and uncles' children's children. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. It can be your sister's boyfriend's kid. It could be your brother's girlfriend's kid. Anybody that influences you can get you off of your path if you're not focused. And if you do vape, easily gone, out of there. If you smoke weed, out of there, you're not focused. If you drink, easily out of there, because you're using these as mechanisms to cope with the pain rather than addressing the actual issue. Out of there. You got to get rid of drinking, smoking, vaping, any type of bad habits that you have. You have to go, you have to get in shape, you have to sober up, you have to be hydrated just to get to the regular level. Now you can see, you can't even do anything yet because you just got out of a bad habit. You have to create that habit for years until you can actually make a change in your community. And that is extremely hard if you do not have help from someone prior to you. 10 years older than you, 20 years older than you. It would be easy to get help from someone. So most of the people that are able to learn earlier on and start working earlier on, they can understand, I need to work a lot more. I need to gain a lot more skills. I need to have a lot more money, a lot more knowledge to actually make an impact. If you don't start working and you don't understand how much of an impact you can actually have to your community, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? You're so behind. You're so late. Like, if you start doing stuff at 33, I mean, you're late. You can still make an impact. But, dude, you waited till 33 to start doing stuff? So you tell me from 18 to 33, you just going to work? What were you doing, dog? Like, come on, man. You know, like, I would hate for it to be 44, 54, you know, maybe even 64. If you start your business and you start actually, like, making money at 64, I mean, you're making money at 64, but you gotta look at the bigger picture here, man. What's the average life expectancy of human beings, especially with the food that we're consuming at these fast food restaurants and the chemicals that they're putting in there that they're not telling you about. You know what I'm saying? That they still let be sold every day because it makes them money. It keeps the billionaires billionaires. You know what I mean? If this video gets taken down, I will save this video on my phone and I'll repost it on a separate app. You know, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to get taken down because it's only going to get like 5, 10 views, maybe 15, 25 views. I'm a very small channel. You know what I'm saying? If it gets more, thank you guys for all the views. If it doesn't, I don't really care because I don't get paid on YouTube. This is literally just me documenting my everyday life. You know, and I might have just exposed a lot of stuff, but I didn't really name any companies. You know what I'm saying? I hope I didn't. You know, I'm not trying to name any people, any managers, any teams, any people that I grew up with. I'm not trying to put none of them on blast. It's just, if you know some people like that, then you understand what I'm trying to say. You feel me through the camera. Your smartphone, your tablet, your TV, your laptop, whatever you're watching this on. You know what I'm saying, right? Your headphones, your AirPods. You know what I'm saying? Your speaker bar, your sound bar, or whatever it is that you're hooked up to. I might be on someone's watch, a little smartwatch. You know what I mean? It's crazy nowadays. It's crazy. It's getting wicked. They can get your attention on almost anything. You'll be driving down the street and you can see a digital billboard instantly took your attention away to some product that you want to order now when you get home to spend your money on. You know, they're keeping us distracted, man, and it's working. And I never make videos like this ever, but they're keeping us distracted and it's working. And if you don't want to be distracted, start paying attention, start reading, start learning young, so when you get older, you can actually make a change. You know, that's how we're going to change the world. But who am I, right? Who am I? Yeah. But nah, hope you guys have an amazing day. I've been waving this comb around for like the past 20 minutes. Thank you guys for watching me ramble on. Do something great, change the world. All right.